Anyway, I used to be president of the board a few years ago and have served on the board. And my view on this is that we are facing a major issue. And I want to make sure that it is clear. A major economic engine has been shut down, and an important source of economic activity and growth is being choked off. We reported this is about a $61 million operation. There are some people who question that, and I'm not going to get into it except to say whether it's 61 or not, you cannot dispute the fact that we are a multi-million-dollar engine. There's no doubt of that. Now, how can we justify shutting down an engine that generates multi-millions, especially at the peak time of tourism for this region? We receive calls asking for help, but we can't help. I was in the office the other day when a gentleman came in and said, over the years, the Bureau has supported an activity that my group has sponsored. It has brought in 125 people for hotel use and so on. Can you support it this year? And we say, we'd love to. We can't. You can't survive very long as a tourism operation by saying, we cannot do this, especially since there is money sitting out there that has been allocated for this purpose. The city government has chosen to allocate small amounts of dollars to various existing agencies in the hope that they will be active in tourism. Tourism is not their primary function. It is the function of the Carbondale Convention and Tourism Bureau, and the agency that has the primary function has been shut down. To allocate small amounts of money to various agencies is an extremely ineffective and inefficient use of funds. And these are funds that are collected through taxes collected by the various hotels and motels for the purpose of promoting tourism. Now, I don't know the exact amount that's still sitting out there, but it's in excess of $200,000. Because of that, I want to make sure and make it very clear that as the Carbondale government moves forward, I urge the government immediately to sign a contract with the Tourism Bureau, to immediately release funds that are accumulating. We will move quickly and hire appropriate staff, and we will fire up tourism and convention activity. We cannot stop doing it. There's just too much going on, and we are not a participant. Short of this action by our city government, Carbondale will lose this season. And let me tell you that when you lose a season, it becomes more difficult to climb back the second season. When people hear they're not functioning anymore. And we cannot allow that message to get out. If we lose state certification, let me tell you what that means. We do not participate with the State Tourism Office, and they are a major source of some funding and a major source of information for us. Secondly, we are ineligible to obtain grants through the State Tourism Office, and we've been very successful in obtaining those. We are no longer eligible if we lose the certification. Worse than that, it takes 2 years to get back your certification. Now, when this will end, and thank God that Richard is here because he is keeping our lifeline open so that our certification will continue at least till the end of the fiscal year, till the end of June. Otherwise, we would close right now and lose our certification. We are in jeopardy of losing, effective June 30th. You cannot ask a gentleman who has his own business to be spending 35 hours a week here and unfortunately not being able to provide a service that we also desperately want him to provide, but he can't. So, to get the certification back, which we are in jeopardy of losing, would take 2 years. For 2 years, we will lose the relationship with the state tourism. Action is needed now. I cannot tell you how desperately it is needed right now. We are sending a message out that says Carbondale tourism is out of business. That's the message that's coming out. To recover from that is going to be very, very difficult. We've got to get on with it, and it's got to be immediate. It has to do that. Whatever the reasons for the city government to withhold these funds, they're not strong enough to overcome the loss that we will have. And some of those we can put behind us, and I hope we can. And all we really need is an opportunity to be able to move forward. That's all we're asking. And to release those dollars. They're just sitting there. And those, I have talked, and we have a motel representative here, and I've talked to several who have said, you know, we're collecting this tax money. We expect Tourism Bureau to go out there and promote our places of business, and you're not doing it. Why are we collecting these taxes? It's a legitimate question. And I think that we have to get on with it. So that's my appeal, and that's why I am here. My appeal is that if we are interested in growing the economy of this area, tourism is one of the major contributors. And if we shut down, we will shut down an important economic engine. We cannot afford to do that. We need immediate action.